afternoon, and welcome to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. I'm Matt Wallen, and with me right now is Brad because Ike is over doing something else, I guess. I guess my show's not important.
Not as important.
Which, wow.
It's not very nice.
It's not.
That's okay. We'll hold it down.
I need the real deals. I need both the real deals with me.
I can hold it down.
You can hold it down?
The real deal's in here.
Okay. Brad, how was your night?
Last night, pretty good. I followed Ike's lead and watched some of the Fuller House on Netflix.
I have gotten caught up into that.
See, it's pretty funny. It's pretty good.
I think it's a little better than he let on. Because he said it was addicting, or that he had to binge it, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's kind of like the old show, where it's it gives you a release. It's very happy-go-lucky. You're not like, if you had a long day at work, something you can turn on like, so just makes you feel happy.
The little kid in that is hilarious.
Which one? The youngest one?
The youngest one.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. The girl, Kimmy's daughter, is pretty funny too.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job of, I hate unnecessary sequels.
Yeah.
But they've done a really good job of, modernizing it and making it more like relevant in 2016. As it's not like it's not dated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's some I wouldn't say jokes, but like references that really wouldn't work back in the day.
Oh yeah, and B, I was gonna say too is they have done a good job of making it seem necessary. Like there's a story to be told.
Yeah. And
it's not just we're just doing this because people miss the show. Like there's actually a storyline here of DJ trying to raise her kids, and it creates like. It's a really good sequel so far. I'm on episode 4. Where are you?
I think 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a little further than I am. So.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
It's a fun show. So that's what I did last night.
I gotcha. I did that. I watched a little basketball. Did I do my book report I was supposed to do? No.
I feel you on that.
Still probably should read the book. Let's see. Basketball on last night. We'll talk about OU coming up. That was interesting.
Mm-hmm. I actually didn't get to watch the game, so what happened on that?
That was a story of two halves. You saw OU come out and dominate in the first half. And then you saw Baylor. It's like they decided to read a book that has been out for a while on how to stop OU.
Yeah.
Because it's not a secret.
You keep up with OU basketball more than I do. Would it be fair to say that they haven't played as well recently as they have?
Oh, no. But I'll get to it, and we'll talk about we in that segment. But I'll put it this way. They were up at one point 30-9 in the first half. Okay? I think they were up at some point 26 points in the second half.
Wow.
Baylor came back and took the lead.
Did they still win? Sorry,
yes, they came back and won.
Okay.
They did win on senior night. They honored Blake Griffin. His jersey has been, I guess, honored, or they don't really retire numbers at OU. So that's what I'm confused about. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about Golden State and Atlanta. That was pretty good last night. That game upset me the most.
Oh, yeah.
For some reasons. I mean, I understand Golden State's good. Also, we'll talk about UCO basketball. Going to Kansas City.
Tearing it up.
Both men's and women's going to Kansas City.
For the quarterfinals.
Go join them. Go watch them.
Absolutely.
If I wasn't doing anything this weekend, I'd go.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a fun thing to do if I didn't have so much stuff to do this weekend. I'm in the same boat as you, so. If you have a free weekend, go out there and support our guys, because it's going to be a good one.
Kansas City's a fun place, too.
It is. We went there
for White Rose last year.
We went there last year. So, yeah, I think one of the most fun I had was walking around that park they had and going around all the shops. That was.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in Kansas City.
A lot of people don't think, it's Kansas City. But Kansas City has a lot of, sightseeing.
Would you think there's more to do in Kansas City than Oklahoma City?
Yes, I would.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
Yeah,
and I love Oklahoma City, but just there's more to do.
Yeah, there is. And Oklahoma City, we're still growing and we're getting more things. But Kansas City, I would say for now.
But we got that NBA team and they didn't.
That's true. Actually, I think a lot of people in Kansas root for the Thunder because I think it's like geographically closest. And if I'm
who
not
else
mistaken,
would be near them? Denver.
Yeah, probably Denver would be the closest, but it's Denver.
Yeah.
They don't have Kevin Durant.
Say, if you're in Missouri, it's probably the Bulls.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Or I guess there's probably some Thunder people in Missouri.
Yeah.
Interesting thought. What else? Sam Bradford got a new deal. We'll talk about that. Did he get overpaid?
What was it? 2 years, $26 million is what I saw. If I'm not mistaken.
26, I believe, is guaranteed. I think it's 32 mil.
Okay. I think the way the market is now, you have to overpay for a quarterback.
And that's basically what we'll talk about in that. Interesting stats will be thrown when we bring up that. Where he ranks among quarterbacks who have played 60 games in the league. There's 20 of them that have played 60 games. Or I guess have started 60 games. I'll have to read the stat to be exact. Where does he rank among those 20 quarterbacks? It'll be interesting. I think it'll surprise some people. Might not surprise us, but
yeah.
I like Sam, though. Also on the rundown today, it's Wednesday. We haven't done props in a while.
We haven't done props.
We're going to do props today.
Huh.
It's the last day of the week. We need to get props to
I need to
people.
think about this. Okay.
Also, I got on Twitter this morning. I saw some things we'll talk about. What's going on in Twitter, sports-wise. First one comes out. Jimmer Fredette. Do you remember that dude?
I do.
From BYU.
He was the college Steph Curry, right?
The college
Pull
Steph
up from
Curry.
40 feet and drill a three. And then...
Well, guess what? He was on a 10-day contract with, who was it? The Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks, yeah.
Okay, 10-day contract. They've decided not to renew his contract. And I saw someone tweeted this out, that he will be the all-time record holder for Knicks, though, field goal percentage.
Because he was 1 of 1?
No, I think he was more than 1 for 1.
Oh, okay.
Like,
because I saw one game he was 1 of 1 from 3, 100%. So
yeah, 100%, and it was 100%. But I was sitting there like,
that's why you
this can't count.
That's why you got to take sample size into account. Say at least like 100 field goal attempts or something.
It won't happen, but I just think that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's start off with Golden State, because last night, and here's my thing about Golden State. Curry did not play last night. Iguodala did not play last night.
MVP and Finals MVP not playing. So.
Yes. And I get it. Golden State is a great team. It doesn't necessarily upset me as much when they win as it upsets me that teams don't. Golden State does have one flaw, and people don't try to take advantage of it. The Thunder don't try to take advantage of it.
What is that flaw?
The Thunder did the first game.
Okay.
Down low, they can't really match up.
Okay.
People don't try to stick another person down there and go at it with them.
I agree.
Cantor had a pretty good first game against them. Second game, he didn't play. Last night, Atlanta, for some reason, shot 3 after 3 with Al Horford and Paul Millsap. Go down low.
Yeah, that's I agree with that 100%.
And that just bothers me. It eats away. It's not okay.
Wait, Millsap's not there anymore.
Millsap is there.
And Hawks?
Yes.
I think he's with the Bucks, man.
I could be wrong.
Let me see.
But that's who I thought it was.
He used to be there. Wait a minute. He was with the Bucks. Did he go back?
I know I'm right. Yes.
I just pulled it up.
Yes, he is a current Hawk.
When did he go back?
He never left.
Am I crazy? No, he left. Okay, you know what I'm thinking of?
This should be good.
I'm thinking of when he was with the Jazz. Okay, my mistake. Sorry.
Okay.
Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Greg Monroe. Greg Monroe used to be with, who was it for the longest time? The Pistons. And then he went to...
Milwaukee.
I always get those two mixed up. That's what I thought. Okay.
Interesting.
Continue.
Interesting that you get those two mixed up.
They didn't go down to... Well, they're both power forwards. They both have a good post game. It's a reasonable...
Okay, well...
Greg Monroe and Paul Millsap are very...
If you say so.
Similar sounding names as far as they don't sound like...
Ike is still not in here. Maybe he doesn't love the show.
He doesn't. He is gonna. He's going on to bigger things, not better things. But bigger things.
Whoa, bigger things.
Okay, first of all, we got to talk about the award because we didn't talk about it last week. I was about to say
this is an award-winning show.
Well, we got to remind Ike of that when he gets in here because apparently he just doesn't take this seriously enough.
He doesn't.
We said we were going to talk about the award on Monday. We have to talk about that today.
We always forget.
So maybe after the break we can.
Okay, I think it's about time for a break and then we'll jump in. But glad you had a good week and we'll talk about the Thunder and all that coming up along with UCO basketball and OU basketball. You're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. It's 12:22 and you're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. And not just the Matt Wallen Show, is it, Brad?
It's not.
It is an award-winning show.
Award-winning.
It is members of an award-winning show.
Yes. But pretty much the same show, just a different name now.
It basically is. Because Beeman left, so I changed the name because originally, last semester, for people that were around, we had The Shoot. Mm-hmm. And Brad would come on Fridays. It was a great show. Mm-hmm. I loved it.
It was a good
We had fun times.
Yeah.
And it was Brad, me, and Jacob Beeman. And it was The Shoot. It won not just first place. It won first and second place for best sports talk show in the state of Oklahoma for college students. Do we have a clap? I don't think we have a clap around here. I got this. We should have played this before. But
oh yeah,
a little drum
roll.
Yeah, but
not bad.
We'll make it work.
We'll take it. Yeah, we're very proud of that.
We are very proud.
The show that won was our last of the semester. We had a lot of fun with it. Everybody who listened to the show that I knew said, man, you guys had a lot of fun with that one. And we were like, yeah, we did. And that's why I think it won. So,
do you remember what happened in that show, though, right?
I vaguely do.
This was the one where, this was back when I didn't call myself, when I went by Jay.
You went under your pseudonym.
Yeah. Because we had Jacob and it was Jake and Jay.
Jake and Jay, and then I went by my real name.
No, we called you J-Ro.
Oh, yeah, but that's still my real name.
Yeah, it's your last name. We had Jake, Jay, and J-Ro. So, anyway, I called myself Jake while I was doing the weather.
Yeah.
Because we used to read the weather off. And Beeman loses it and just starts laughing in the background. And this is on Beeman's part because I know what Beeman submitted in. It is you going, way to mess it up. We had a great thing going on, and way to mess it up.
Yep. Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
Good times. Good times.
It was good times.
So we had fun on that show, and we won. So.
And we won.
Yeah, we had fun. We won.
Would you call us the Golden State of sports talk shows?
Well, I guess if you say it's a championship, yeah, maybe you could say because we have fun and we won the championship. So. I don't think it's unfair to say.
Yeah.
So, that's
Some
what we're
might disagree, but
that's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to do now. Just have fun, and hopefully everybody out there listening enjoys it. And we'll continue to bring some quality stuff for a couple months now. So
I know, can't wait. We will be. The good news is the awards ceremony is not on a day where we have a show. It's on a Thursday. You and I and Beeman will be going to accept award. I'd say where it is, but I think that's product placement or something. We're not supposed to do that, so we won't.
Okay.
But we're gonna.
What time do we know yet? Will it be in the evening?
9 to 3.
Okay.
Can you take a day off? I'm taking a day off.
I'll find a way to make it work. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're carpool there.
Hey, send me the. This is probably better for the break. Send me the day.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get back to talking sports.
Okay. Here we go. Back to sports. We never finished off with Atlanta. You wanted to continue talking about that.
Yeah, because we didn't say a whole lot. So Millsap, looking at the box score in Horford, they led in minutes with 41 and 42 respectively. I see Millsap shot 8 of 10.
Do the threes not just kill you though?
Yeah, well Millsap he was shot 5 of 17, which is not good, but 1 of 6 from 3. I mean that you got to go down low more. The only thing that's kind of weird is he's 8 of 10. Here's
look who's decided to join us.
Ike's here to join us.
You know, Princess, it's good to have you back.
How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Well, Ike, since the show started 26 minutes ago, we're doing great. And now he decides to join us.
Hey, we were all running. Well, I was on time.
I was running late too.
So
but
let's just get back to it. Let's just get back.
But I'm just saying, I wasn't over and then it's not like I wasn't here. Ike was here, just decides to do something else besides come on the show.
Yeah. We'll let it slide.
You'll let it slide. I'm going to hold a grudge. Okay.
Back to Atlanta. Okay, so Millsap shot 8 of 10 from the free throw line, which means that he was being aggressive, but you can't be shooting all these three-pointers and playing their game. I think you look at Horford, he didn't shoot any free throws, and I think that really sticks out to me. You gotta go down low into the low block, and you got to try and slow the game down against this team and not play their game with just firing off three-pointers, because if you play Golden State's game, you're going to lose every time. But nobody's better at playing Golden State's game than they are.
I agree with that 100%. But it just eats away at me because they had them beat. They really did. But Curry wasn't there.
Yeah.
Iggy was not there. Yet they found ways to get done. Well, there's 2 seconds left in the clock, and Bogert throws it back to Draymond. The ball's going out of bounds. Bogert throws it back in at Draymond's feet, and he throws it up and makes a 3 at the end. It's just lucky stuff like that other teams don't do. Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, am I upset that they won last night? No. What I'm upset about is teams do not take advantage
of the size advantage
of down low. Mm-hmm. Because no one wants to go down low on them.
Yeah.
Draymond plays good defense, but guess what? There is a height advantage there if you go down with Millsap.
I agree.
If you go with Horford.
Well, and the thing that makes the Hawks unique for this matchup, too, is, you look at like the Thunder, for instance. They have one low post guy, really, and that's Cantor. But the Hawks,
Adams.
Yeah,
he's not going to scoot out. That's what I'm saying, though. He's going to go down low. He's not going to scoot out.
Yeah, but you look at the Hawks. They have 2 polished low post scorers, and Millsap and Horford
should have won the game.
Yeah,
hands down.
And they don't really go to it as much as they should have. So it's definitely disappointing. So do we think the Warriors are going to beat the record? I mean, it really looks that way at this point. I mean, they're 25-0 at home. I think most of their games left are at home. Things are looking pretty good for them. I mean, they're winning without their superstars.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think they got a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. They're 1 game away from tying the home game streak record in regular season.
Probably right there with the Spurs haven't lost at home yet, have they? So.
I'm not sure.
They're both right there.
Well, this dates back to last year.
I see. Okay.
And so, Ike, did you watch any of the games last night?
Sadly, no.
No? Did you watch
Do you know why I didn't watch any of the games?
Were you working here on election night?
I was keeping up with some of them. I kept up with OU.
That was sad.
Baylor.
That was sad.
Yeah, that was kind of great. But I want to give a shout out to Professor Hill and everybody who worked last night in the election.
Professor Hill, what he's saying is he wants some extra credit.
No, it was a good experience though. I enjoyed every bit of it last night, but I did not get to catch a lot of basketball last night. But like I said, I did get to look at some of the highlights for the Atlanta Golden State game, and it seemed like they let one slip, man. I really did think that Atlanta could beat them last night. Throughout the day, I was telling fans and other people that playing Atlanta right now, I feel like they could give them their, what is that 6th loss of the season?
Yeah.
In my opinion,
they had no Curry, they had no Iggy. They should have.
Yeah, my
Atlanta should have won.
You have to, take advantage of not playing against.
Any bets that he plays against the Thunder on Friday?
Oh yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
No, it's tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
TNT, I'm guessing.
Clippers tonight. So
yeah. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the Thunder real quick. What'd you think about Monday night against the Kings?
Boogie hates us, man.
Boogie was about to punch Steven Adams in the back of the head.
Those two do not get along. I saw a quote from DeMarcus Cousins today on Steven Adams that was something to the effect of, "Yeah, I know what to expect, especially of a guy like Adams." Adding more to Adams' kind of dirty reputation around the league. So I thought that was funny. But
would you say he's dirty? I mean, I think he's an antagonizer. He just antagonizes.
I've seen him do some dirty stuff, and maybe he is. But you know what? I think the Thunder needs that attitude. If the Thunder didn't have Adams, they'd be arguably the softest team in the league. I mean, let's just be honest. because
you mean Russell Westbrook, who gets teed up all the time?
That's not.
Is not.
But that's not.
Is that faux hard?
They're not physical.
That's like just.
That's
let
like
me puff my chest and.
Yeah, it's. How often have we seen? We don't see Thunder players really like get into a scuffle with guys over defending them so tough and getting in their heads. That's what I mean by soft. Like Adams is. If you didn't have Adams, the Thunder would be very, very soft. So I think they need Adams, even if he's a little dirty. I'm not afraid to say that.
The Thunder.
Hold on. I got a question. Do you think Adams could have taken a boogie the other night?
I think so. I think just knowing Adams' history, and first of all, knowing how strong he is and what kind of family he comes from and how he played rugby like all his life, I think Cousins would get a little bit more than they bargained for, with Adams. He might think that he could just, whoop him up, but it would be a tough fight.
There's this beef between Steven Jackson and Serge, and Steven just really honestly thinks he can beat up Serge. But you have to understand, some of these guys that aren't from America, they come from places where they probably have to literally fight to survive.
Think your life is hard.
Yeah, you think your life is hard, living,
And who was it? Haven't there been like 2 or 3 guys that have actually hit Adams, and he just kind of laughed? I don't remember who it was. Somebody punched him in the jaw, and he's just kind of oh, that tickled, yeah. Oh, who threw that piece of paper at me? Yeah, so it would have been
Moving on.
Yeah, it would have been a good fight, but let's keep
okay. Looking at the score, Thunder won 131-116. Should they have given up that many points against the Sacramento Kings?
Absolutely not. And I'm getting to the point where I really don't care if they score a lot of points when you give up 116 to the Kings. I mean, that's pathetic. I don't know what the Kings average. I would probably guess less than 100, probably around 99, around 100 somewhere. Give up 116 to them, it's not good. I will say, though, that a lot of it, I think, came from Cousins. They let him go off.
He had 35 points. He was 14 for 33.
See, you can account that to a superstar just going off, but, I mean, this is a pattern with the Thunder, so absolutely not. They got to play better.
Well, letting Omar Caspi come off the bench scoring like he scored, too, was kind of a...
7 of 10, right? I think he was 7 of 10.
I believe so, but I was just like, man, we gotta handle their bench, because obviously I don't think we can stop Boogie. I still think Boogie's one of the best big men in the league.
Okay.
Agreed.
I agree with what you're saying there, but I want to raise even more of a problem that people are seeing. They went and got Foy, and that moved Cameron Payne's minutes from where it was.
Man.
Foy got 24 minutes, Payne got 2.
Yeah.
Morrow didn't even see the court.
Yeah.
Is Morrow injured? Am I missing something?
It's not sitting right with me either, I know.
It's just the Thunder just mishandling minutes and rotations like they always have.
And who does this fall on?
Presti, because it's kind of funny with...
He went and found someone who would play Kyle Singler. It's basically what he did.
Donovan and Brooks, I've said it before, could not be any more different, yet they both do the same mind-boggling thing, so it's like, who's really coaching the team here? It's Presti. Every guy that Presti brings in, aside from Ronnie Brewer, who's a veteran, he's going to get he's penciled in for 20 to 30 minutes a game. Kendrick Perkins, Caron Butler, Derek Fisher, and now Randy Foy.
Something that just came to my mind. Tell me if you agree. You might disagree, because we are now slightly over the cap, and we'll be paying the salary or the tax this year. Yeah. But would y'all not say that with they tried to study and the analytics that they use, they are trying to be the money ball of the NBA?
I guess that's fair, because...
Just think about it. They try to go out, they get young talent that we look and say, why are you getting them? Why won't you pay money for someone who's produced? They're
also kind of playing fantasy football with their trades, where they're buying low on a guy and hoping that he figures it out, right? I mean, they bought low on Cantor when they think he can't play any defense. Well, maybe he'll get better. They're getting Foy in his career worst year in every category and hoping, well, maybe he'll return to that on a better team. They're getting Waiters when he's still trying to figure it out on how to, be consistent. And, well, maybe he'll get it together. And they're hoping all these things will pan out, but it just hasn't happened.
Cantor played 25 minutes, was 11 for 11.
That's
23 points.
I mean, there's no way. It's impressive. I mean, it really is. But I'm on a team with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. We need defense. You're going to score.
I agree with that. But here's my thing. When you look at that, Do you get him more minutes or do you get him less minutes? 25 minutes for a player that we keep saying has a max contract.
I think you give him more minutes, but you put him in positions where he's going to succeed. We look here. Cantor had more minutes than Adams, 25 to Adams 14.
I think that was due to fouls, though.
What were the fouls here?
He had Adams. I didn't actually watch the 5 fouls.
5, okay. But, it's interesting. Cantor has 5, too, so... Huh.
Yeah, I
didn't actually watch the game, so I don't know. But plus, Adams may not have been as effective because it says here he's a +1, whereas Cantor is a +14, which is really good. That was the 3rd or 4th highest. But
Kyle Singler was a +17, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thought?
Hang on to that because you're not going to...
Oh, I know. I see which one you're about to bring up. Your boy...
Neon Dion.
Your boy, I was about to say,
Waiters.
Watch what you're about to say, because I know what you were about to say.
Waiters shutting down the haters with 8 of 11, 3 of 5 from 3. 3 of 5 from free throw line. That's not very good. But
someone is doing better since he's moved back to the bench.
Well, we've seen this before. Let's see what happens in 2 or 3 weeks. Talk to me if he's still doing it, because
we'll see if he does it tonight. What do y'all think about them against the Clippers?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I don't think they still have Blake, so I think
Blake's too busy getting his jersey honored.
If you're the Clippers, they'd probably go small, right, and try to take advantage. If you're the Clippers, so it's going to be
the
fun to see how they
Golden
match up.
State matchup, basically.
Yeah, and then you got Jordan at center, and then all small ball after that. So it'll be weird to see how they try to draw Serge Ibaka out of the paint and have him defend one of their guys on the perimeter, one of their guards, one of their wing players.
It'll go Paul, Redick.
Paul, Redick.
Small forward. Would you put Fry or Pearson?
What about your boy Jeff Green?
Jeff Green's going to play the forward.
Oh, power forward?
Yeah.
What was the other one, Channing Frye or who?
Channing Frye or Paul Pierce.
Probably Paul Pierce.
And then bring Frye off the bench.
Yeah, bring Frye. Yep. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see Ibaka guard his former teammate Jeff Green. We'll see if there's any credence to your beliefs on Jeff Green being this game changer. So,
all right, we will see.
We'll see how Green and Ibaka match up. The guy you wanted to trade for and the guy you want to trade away.
Yes,
so.
we will. I have a feeling if things don't go well tonight for the Clippers, I'm going to hear about it Monday. I'll
take it easy on you.
You'll take it easy.
We'll see how your guy Green does.
If he goes off, holds Ibaka.
I'll give you props. We'll see how it goes.
For some reason, I about said holds Obama, but I don't know why.
Obama's pretty good. I don't know if he could hold Obama.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. That's politics. We'll take a quick break. It's 12:40. You're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. And we're back. This is the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. And now, guys, it is time to talk a little UCO basketball hoops. The men's and women's are moving on to the quarterfinals of the MIAA Conference Championships in Kansas City. Brad, we were talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, fun place. You should go.
It is a fun place. If you don't have anything going on this weekend, maybe support our guys out there. Because they're our guys and gals, I should say.
Yes. Have you been to Kansas City? Did you go with us to White Rose last year?
Yeah. I went
fun
to
place, right?
It was fun, yeah.
No, but I mean, there's stuff to do in Kansas City.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. And, for us to be, in this position where our basketball team, men and women's teams are playing so well, I would want to go and support them. I know the men play this Friday and the girls play Thursday. The girls play...
They play Emporia State.
The girls play Emporia State and the guys play Fort Hays State. So
yeah, that's going to be a tough game for the women.
Yeah, because they're 22nd ranked. I believe Emporia State's pretty good this year. Emporia State's 23-5 on the season. UCO 19-10. Emporia State owns the record. I just read this. Where is it? The series record 17-4 and have won not the last 9 meetings. Yeah, the way they played, the way the girls played though, this Monday, man,
took care of business.
They took care of business.
Lindenwood.
I was really impressed. I just want to give out shout outs to senior Mackenzie Solberg, who made second team All MIAA team, and Julia Mason, who made honorable mention on the MIA this year. For the men, Seth Heckard and Cornell Neal made both honorable mention for the MIA this year. So shout outs to those guys for having incredible seasons this year.
Did either of you go to the men's game last night?
I tried to pop in, but I had the election stuff. But
so
I heard it was.
You never got to make it over there.
I heard it was crazy.
Yeah. I read about it, and it UCO led from wire to wire. They just started off with a 3 from Seth Heckert, and it just didn't let up from then. They just kept shooting, lighting it up from deep, and they led, from what I understand, the whole game. Ended up being a 20-point blowout, so really impressive to start out. That's how you want to start out a tournament right there.
First half, UCO was up 54-28 at halftime.
Wow.
It's a good first half.
They're good.
Second half, they lost 46-40, but,
when you have a first half like that, you're good.
You got a big margin for error.
They got a kid.
Don't be like OU though, because we saw that margin of error last night shrink.
They got a freshman, Josh Holliday, who scored 21 points off the bench last night. So that was pretty cool.
Does that say?
Yeah, shot 80%, 8 for 10.
That is wow.
Dominated.
Yeah, took over the game. UCO shot 59% from the field, 55% from 3.
Wow.
84% from the free throw line, 15 turnovers, had 8 steals.
Well, I'll tell you, with shooting splits like that, you're going to be a hard team to beat.
But, Central Missouri, they shot pretty well as well. 58% from the field, 61% from 3.
Wow.
But this is probably what kills them.
Turnovers?
46% from the free throw line as a team.
Wow, that's bad.
As a team.
Y'all shot like Shaq as a team. That is not good.
That is a rough night. Next game, Fort Hays State at 8:15, and that will be in Kansas City. Let's see. It says Kansas City. Do we know what arena it's in? Is it in
I haven't seen anything about that.
Sprint Center or whatever they have there. I'm trying to think. We'll see if we can figure that out. Moving on. UCO softball. I only think of this because I was there yesterday filming for a class, playing Cameron, had a doubleheader. They won the first game, or they lost the first game, won the second game. But in the first inning, Cameron goes up, gets 2 runs. No big deal. UCO comes up, plate, gets first 2 people, hit little ground balls out. Next girl gets on base. Next girl hits a home run. Girl after that hits a home run. And then Tori Collette, another home run. 3 straight home runs for the Lady Broncos. Pretty awesome to see.
That's a pretty exciting little series, isn't it?
It was. It went into extra innings. They couldn't close it out because of home runs, too. And Cameron ended up, if I recall right, there were about 6 home runs between the 2 teams.
Wow. That's a shootout. That's the kind of you like to see.
Yeah.
And
talk about some long ball.
Yeah.
That looks like, that doesn't sound like fast pitch softball. That sounds like beer league.
Pitching machine.
Yeah. Soft toss out there.
Beer league. That's funny.
Moving on. Do we have what's going on today?
I mean, we talk about the softball team, but the baseball team swept Southeastern yesterday.
Southeastern?
Yeah, they were in Durant, Oklahoma yesterday. You can go.
Okay.
Brad has something he has to say.
I just want to say, don't forget, UCO hockey, defending national champions, tomorrow start their postseason tournament.
How good are they on the season? Haven't been able to keep up.
Oh, gosh, we just had an article about this. If you guys go on ucentralmedia.com, we have an article that went live today by one of our writers, Tanner Eckert. He did a great job. It talks about...
Name sounds familiar. It wouldn't be the same Tanner Eckert that's our starting quarterback, would it be?
No, that's TJ. It's different guy.
Different guy.
But
yeah, it's the same guy, yeah.
Yeah, he is on the football team. But anyway, he wrote a really good article on our hockey club and how they did over the Valentine's Day weekend. That wrapped up their regular season. And their season, they went 25-7-2.
25-7-2? Okay,
so
not
they had
bad.
A pretty good season. And a good thing about it is kind of in the early season, they gave up a few games, but they avenged every loss they had this season later on. So those early season losses, they avenged them. So they're playing some really good hockey right now. And they clinched the WCHL regular season championship. So really good season. They're rolling into the tournament. Have a very good chance to defend their title, and that's going to begin tomorrow evening.
March 3rd is what it looks like.
Yeah, so
in Chicago.
In Chicago, yeah, that's where it was. So it's going to be some good stuff. You guys can keep up with it on. We're going to cover it on U Central, of course. You can look at it on UCO Hockey's website. So we've got some big exciting things going on with Bronco sports. So I wanted to make sure we got hockey in there because defending national champions, playing great hockey.
Do you think they repeat as champs?
I think they have what it takes because the good thing about their championship team is it was pretty young, and they have some guys that have returned from that championship team to have that leadership. And it looks like right now they have the momentum, and they're rolling into this tournament. So they have a very good chance. I do like them to repeat. So that's another thing to watch out for.
Those are really fun games to go to as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you ever get a chance, go check out the UCO hockey team. They play over at the, what is that place called?
Arctic Edge.
Yeah, Arctic
over there
Edge.
Off Santa Fe, I believe.
Good place to go watch some hockey, especially when that team from Norman comes to town.
Great rivalry
stuff. That's a fun one to watch.
Absolutely.
Let's see. What else we got on? Talk about Sam Bradford. Let's talk about that new deal that he signed. Thoughts, guys?
Do we have the specifics up?
We pull it up right now, but 2 years, a lot of money for Sam Bradford.
Well, at first when I heard they signed Sam Bradford, I was like, I don't know about this. But when I saw that it was for 2 years, I thought that was actually a pretty good deal. And I thought it was pretty telling as well because it's getting time for Sam Bradford. I know we all love him. He's a great guy. He's a local guy. Everybody around here loves him. But it's time for him to put up or shut up. You know, we all know he was the top overall draft pick. We all know that he's had the injury problems. In my opinion, this is it for Sam Bradford. If he doesn't get it together and prove that he deserves to be a starter in this league over the course of this contract with the Eagles, he could be looking at backup territory and being labeled a bust, whether that's right or wrong. But I just think that it's make or break time for him. With, you know, you can make whatever excuses you want, but over these next couple of years, he's got to do something and show that he deserves to be a starter in this league. So, what do you guys agree with that? Or
okay, let me put it to you in this words because I found the contract. It will be it is worth $36 million over 2 years with $26 million guaranteed. Okay, so combined with a $78 million rookie contract, Bradford will have made $114 million through 9 seasons after this new 2-year deal with the Eagles. He has a current record of 25-37-1 as a starter with no playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. You gotta if he doesn't do something this time around, then he's probably done. And the thing about the money he's made, that was the last. If you guys remember, that was the last big rookie contract that the NFL gave out.
But does it say something that his teammates are happy that he's back? I know we said at it, and we're like, yeah. And personally, y'all know, if y'all say I have a man crush on Jeff Green, I have a bigger man crush on Sam Bradford. But I'll be honest, he hasn't produced.
Yeah.
But I also look at the Eagles. People weren't catching passes. Did he force the throws? True. Yes. But they dropped a lot of balls. Yeah. And I mean a lot of balls last season.
But here's the thing about Bradford. It's like you said, you know, his teammates are happy he's back. He is a great guy. I'll never knock his character, but I will knock the way he's played in the NFL because outside of his rookie year, he hasn't really done anything. I mean, he really hasn't. And we can talk about his receiving core, and we can talk about, you know, his offensive line and whatever, but at the end of the day, this man was a first overall draft pick. Look at Cam Newton, what he's done. He should be on par with Cam Newton. And look at the receivers that Newton took to the Super Bowl.
I agree.
And look at all the drops that they had over the years, but Newton has still delivered on his first round promise, his pedigree. And then you look at a guy like Russell Wilson, who was younger than Bradford, came into the NFL later on. He was a later draft pick. He's done more with less than Bradford has. I mean, Russell Wilson hasn't had any like big time wide receivers. Yeah, he did have Marshawn Lynch, but Bradford had Steven Jackson, you know. So
yeah, he didn't have early Steven Jackson.
Jackson was a 1,000-yard rusher when Bradford first got there. So
yeah, okay.
And I think he was the year after that. I don't know. Have to fact check me. But at the end of the day, you just got to do more, and this is it for Bradford.
I agree.
He's got to do something.
Bradford averaged 354 passing yards per game in the final 3 weeks of the 2015 season, only second to Drew Brees in that span.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Ike, do you have anything to add? I feel like we've talked about this, but.
Yeah, you got to understand those teams also had great defenses too.
superior defenses. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But and that's a bigger problem with the Rams and the Eagles is, they come in and, I mean, their defense last year wasn't bad. I guess, this last season was the first one with Bradford, so.
Yeah.
Their defense, though, this last season was actually really underrated. I think they were top 5 or top 10.
Really?
Yeah, you'd have to look it up, but their defense is actually pretty good. So.
That doesn't seem right, but
it doesn't seem. It doesn't seem right, but they got a lot of turnovers and stuff. You'll have to look it up, but.
Okay, 20 quarterbacks have started at least 60 games since Bradford entered the league, and that was in what, 2010?
2009 or 10.
Yeah, because 9 he came back and got injured, so 10.
One of those.
And let's see, out of those 20 quarterbacks in completion percentage, he ranks 19th, and rating 20th, yards per attempt 20th, touchdown percentage 20th, wins 20th, touchdowns 20th.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's just like I said, it's time for him to really step up and prove that he deserves that. But it is. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's all Bradford. They do need to get some better receivers up in Philly, but they really should have held on to Macklin. That was one thing that really was mind-boggling to me. I mean, if you get rid of Deshaun Jackson, you got to at least keep Macklin, but they let both of them walk. So
how happy do you think Brock Osweiler is right now?
Happy?
Because this just reassures he's about to make some money. He's gonna get paid.
I don't know. I mean, if you're Denver, do you maybe look at bringing in an RG3 or somebody like that instead of Osweiler?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Ike?
Yeah, I can't agree with that.
No.
Well, we'll see. I mean, there's no guarantee that
there is no guarantee
that Denver's gonna say Osweiler's our guy. So,
I agree. Okay. Let's see. We got 3 minutes left. Props. Anyone? Who we got props for?
I got props for Oklahoma State walk-on Gabe Ovgard, I believe his name. I heard last night, but I read a little bit this morning. He got a full ride scholarship as a walk-on at OSU. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool that Gundy and the staff would, let a kid walk on from another university and then just, see how determined he was and give him a full ride scholarship.
That is pretty awesome. Brad?
I'm still thinking, so you do your props.
My props is going to go to the basketball teams for making it to the quarterfinals.
That's a good one.
Both of them did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how well they'll do, but you made it there. And that's half the battle.
They have support.
You have support.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
They got a great student body behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Hamilton was rocking last night. Rocking the night before. Ice over there mad that he wasn't able to go. But, yeah, we'll see if they can translate, especially if they shoot that well from 3 for the men.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so my props, I'm just going to go back to what I said about the hockey team. I got to give it to our hockey club. They had some early season losses, and like I said, they came back and avenged every single one, and they're playing great hockey going into the tournament. And it's like you said, there's no guarantee how it's going to end up, but they've done everything they need to do to put themselves in a great position to repeat as national champions. So
national champions.
Good stuff.
National champions. That is what we raise here at the university. I thought you were about to
Absolutely.
Speech.
No. I said my piece today.
You said your piece?
Yeah.
I've talked about Chapman's suspension real quick for domestic violence. MLB suspended him 30 games. Agree or disagree?
You guys are the MLB guys, so you'll handle that.
I think they're making a point. Yeah. I like it.
This is becoming out of hand, though. It really is. I think it should be longer.
You think it should be longer than 30 games?
30 games. I mean, especially in the MLB, 30 games, really.
Yeah. I mean, 30
games. What happened?
There's 162 games in the season, so let's see, that's not even a fifth of the season.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a pretty good chunk. And what happened, guys?
With his girlfriend, a mix-up or whatever.
I guess it doesn't really matter. It's domestic violence.
Chapman made the comment, I'm not saying that I hit her or all that, but I shouldn't have done what I did.
Yeah.
And we'll have more on that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But I agree with that, too, just knowing what I do. So 30 games? Okay. Well, this has been the Matt Wallen Show. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Just look up the Matt Wallen Show. Follow us on Twitter. I never can get it right. Follow us on Twitter at MW_show. Like us on Facebook, The Matt Wallen Show. Email us at themattwallenshow@gmail.com. And you can always catch the show on our blog,
themattwallenshow.blogspot.com. And remember, it is an award-winning show. So proud of that.
That's right.
And Brad and I are award-winning journalists. Wow.
That's right. We're happy about that. We're very proud of that. So
have a good weekend and go out and enjoy some sports. High school baseball starts this weekend in the state of Oklahoma. Have a good one, guys. You've been listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio.
KZUC LP Edmond.
Your station, 99.3.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence at UCO.
You play the best music.
You can't get it anywhere else.
UCO's best mix.
U Central Radio.